Yeah, hi all. Yeah, so today we are going to look on the annotation that is at the rate service annotation, and also we are going to discuss how to implement this at the rate service annotation in your Spring Boot application. So basically, at the rate service annotation is used to indicate that a class is a service, right? So like in Spring we know that we have a different layers. So we have a controller layer. For that we use at the red controller annotation to mark any Java class as a controller layer, right? So similar manner we have a service layer which only deal with the business logic. So to mark any Java class as a service layer, we use annotation at the red service, and this at the red service is basically a class level annotation. So services in Spring are typically used to encapsulate business logic and perform various operation. So basically in a service layer we write a business logic, and also we perform like various operation, and also we do some like transaction with the database. So these classes play a yeah so like the these classes play a crucial role in a service layer of a Spring application, which is responsible for implementing business logic and also coordinating transaction if needed. So when you annotate a class with at the rate service, then the Spring Boot automatically detect it and register it in a bean in an application context. So basically, when the Spring startups, it scans the project, and there it if it find any class with at the rate service, then it will register itself by marking it as a service layer, and it will create it object and keep it with itself, so it can do a dependency injection for that particular service class, right? So this allows other components such as controller and other services to easily inject and use instance of the annotated class. So basically at the rate service annotation is used to mark your Java class and separate to make it as a service layer. So next we are going to discuss about the purpose of the service, right? So there are different like purposes for this service class. So for first purpose for annotation at the rate service is for organization and semantic. So basically with at the rate service annotation help to organize your code base. It provides a clear semantic meaning to a class, indicating that it is a service responsible for handling your business logic. It makes the code base more readable and help other developers quickly to understand the purpose of the annotated class. Basically, it divide your class into a service layer, and the developer can easily understand the code. It can read it implementation, and there they will know that it is a service layer. So basically the business logic will be there, right? So, so the second point is like the component scanning. So Spring uses component scanning to automatically discover and register beans in an application context. When a class is annotated with us at the service, it is automatically detected during the component scanning process, and an instance of that class is created as a bean. And this automatic bean registration simplifies the configuration and initialization process, as you don't need to manually define each bean in configuration file. So you don't need to define these configurations files in the configuration file. Basically only you need to mark this at the rate at the rate service annotation, and then the application context, that is the container of a Spring, will read this class and mark this as a service, and then it will create the object of that particular bean of it, and it will keep it with itself, right? So this is the second point, the component scanning. The second purpose is like dependency injection, so often used in conjunction with other Spring annotation like at the rate AutoWire. So we know that at the rate AutoWire annotation is used for doing the dependency injection. So when a class annotated with added a service is injected into the other component, such as controller or the other services, so Spring handle the injection of dependencies automatically. So this helps, yeah. So this help in achieving a loosely coupled design where the component depend on the abstraction rather than the concrete implementation, right? So the third point was like dependency injection, and the fourth purpose is for transaction management. So in the service layer, we can do the transactions with the database. For that, we use at the rate transactional annotation, and it provides support for the transactional managements also, right? So these are the four purpose of using at the rate service annotation in your Spring Boot. So the conclusion, we can say that by using at the rate service annotation, you leverage the benefit of automatic bean registration, which is done by the application context, that is the container of Spring, and it also simplified the dependency injection, and also it improve your code organization in your Spring application, so the developer can read it and then they can understand the purpose, and they will understand that it is a service layer. It means it contains the business logic, right? And also it makes your code as a loosely coupled. Yeah, so these are the purpose of using at the service annotation, right? So now we will see an example. So for that, I will take you to my code, and then here I will show you how to use at the rate service annotation in an application, right? So for that, already we have controller like employee controller, and here we have a service package. Let me create one Java class for you. Employee service, and this Java class, yeah, so this is a simple Java class, right? So if we have to mark this Java class as a service, then we have to use at the rate service annotation to this. And service annotation is kind of a stereotype annotation which we have to import from org.springframework.stereotype, right? So here I will create a public method. Let's say its return type is something like a string get employee. So get employee is the method name, and here we will return let's say a dummy string, let's say employee from service layer. So this is a dummy string I will return from this method get employee, and we have a service class with the name employee service, as we have marked this at that service. Now we know we have a controller employee controller, right? So we can inject this service employee service in this employee controller. So how we can do this? For that we can use field injection, and for that we can use auto wire annotation, right? So let me write public subject service, and then I have to create the reference, and you can mark this field with the at the rate auto wired annotation, right? So at the rate auto wire annotation will do the dependency injection, and basically it will store the instance of this particular the class like a subject service class. And we have already one endpoint with the name get employee detail, which has a get mapping with the URL get employee details. And here we will returning this hard coded string, but I will remove it, and then we can call through this subject service reference variable dot get subject. So this get subject is coming from our subject service class, and this is returning sorry, I have imported a wrong service. We need to import employee service, right? So let me see. Okay, this is the employee service which we just created. Okay, and we will use this employee service reference variable here to get employee. right? And this get employee is defined inside employee service class, and it is returning this dummy string, right? So let's go to the controller again. So we have we have injected this employee service using @autovide, and through this reference variable we are calling get employee method. And now we are going to run this project, and then through postman we are going to test it. So we will send a request, and the first request will come to this controller, and then it will come to this endpoint, because we are going to call this endpoint get employee detail endpoint, and this is calling a get employee method, and this get employee method will return this dummy string. So let's go to the main class. Let me run this application. So you can see that our Tomcat started on port number 8080. So let's go to the postman quickly, and this is the URL, and this is the getter method we are using. Now let's hit a send button. So request is going, and you can see that we got a response saying employee from service layer and 200 OK response, right? It means we are able to segregate the service layer, means we are able to segregate into a different layer, and this is the one of the layer, service layer. And in this basically we write the business logic, right? So for now here I am showing you the dummy string, but basically here it will be a business logic, right? So there can be the database interaction, or any like transaction can be done from here, or any like logic you can write, right? So yeah, so like basically the if we have to fetch any data from the database, then this service layer will interact with the repository. Yeah, so the next we are going to learn about the repository layer, right? So there we use @repository annotation. Yeah, so like in the same manner I'm going to explain you how to use this repository annotation and what is the use of it, right? Yeah, so this is the lecture about the @service annotation, and next we will see in a depth manner yeah, so like @repository. Thank you.